So, all of you student, welcome back to the chapter part 2 having name chemical bonding. Already we have published one video on this chapter. Now today, in last video we have seen VBT and VSEPR. Okay, we have seen only introduction. Right now we will study the new aspect. What is that? That is nothing but the hybridization. Very important term from the zone of chemical bonding. You may say from the zone of inorganic chemistry. Okay, what is that? Chemical bonding. Now see here, first question. What is that? Our today's topic is the hybridization. So first question we have, what is need of hybridization? Okay, what is the need of hybridization? Now see here. Now everybody know VBT theory. Whenever there is a put forth of a VBT theory, VBT could not solve much more problems. Okay, VBT could not solve much more problem, and that's why when there is a failureness of the VBT, what happened? Pauling and Slater, who are the scientists? Pauling and Slater have developed this concept which can minimize the limitations of VBT. Okay, now our question is that what is the need of hybridization? So first reason is that failure of VBT. Okay, because of the failure of VBT, hybridization take part. Okay, hybridization take part. Now what is the first reason? See here, what happened? Number one is that why we need hybridization. Certain element has valencies. Okay, certain element have valencies which are ruled out. See here, which are ruled out. Now what is the meaning of this? Now see here everybody, we will start gradually. Now it is said that, okay, why we need hybridization? It is said that the valency of any certain atom or element is nothing but the number of unpaired electron it has. Okay, so see here what happened. Now for example, beryllium. What is the beryllium? Beryllium has an atomic number of 4. Its electronic configuration is 1s2 and 2s2. Exactly, its electronic configuration is 1s2 2s2. So unpaired electrons are equal to 0. Unpaired electrons, that is n, is equal to 0. It does mean that beryllium should not, the valency of beryllium should be 0, but it is found to be fail. What happens? See here, beryllium dichloride. In this compound, the valency of beryllium is found to be 2. Okay, similar to that, boron. What is the atomic number? 5. Its electronic configuration 1s2 2s2 2p1. Exactly. So here number of unpaired of electrons are 1, therefore its valency should be 1. But actually what happened? Boron exhibit valency of 3 in the compound like BF3. Okay, so such a type of problems were there. Again we know carbon atom. What is the atomic number? 6. Is its electronic configuration is 1s2 2s2 2p2. Exactly. So here number of unpaired electrons are how many? 2, therefore its valency should be 2. But it is found that a certain compound like methane, where valency of carbon is found to be 4. Valency of carbon has found to be 4. Again next, VBT fails to explain. VBT fails to explain geometry and bond angles. For example, see here, ammonia. What is the bond angle? 107 degree 28 minutes or 18 minutes. H2O, the bond angle is found to be 104 degree 35 minutes. Okay, so ETC concept could not be explained why VBT, and that's why Pauling and Slater have discovered this phenomenon of hybridization. Okay, of hybridization, which can solve such a type of difficulties. Difficulties means what? Difficulty of valency, difficulty of geometry, and difficulty of shape or bond angles. Okay, now so after that let us start directly the topic hybridization. See here, hybridization. So you have to read out via textbook what is meant by hybridization. Now see here, hybridization means what? Okay, so atom exhibits certain orbital that is known as atomic orbital. Exactly, atom exhibits certain orbital that is known as atomic orbital. Like atomic orbital, hybrid orbitals are there. Okay, therefore we can say number of atomic orbitals are equal to number of hybrid orbitals. See here, number of atomic orbitals are equal to what? Number of hybrid orbital. Now which atomic orbital can take part in the hybridization? Okay, atomic orbital of the same element. For example, if there is a consideration of carbon atom, then we can hybridize atomic orbital of only carbon. The atomic orbital of carbon and nitrogen cannot be hybrid. Okay, therefore first condition is that atomic orbital of the same element can undergo hybridization together. After that, whatever number of atomic orbitals are going to take part in the hybridization, same number of hybrid orbital will be produced. For example, if 4 atomic orbitals are undergoing hybridization, so the total number of hybrid orbital form will be 4. After that, suppose 2 atomic orbitals are there which have a very large amount of difference, large amount of energy difference between them, then such a type of orbital cannot be hybridized together. It means that it is the necessary and sufficient condition that whatever atomic orbital which are going to hybridize together, they must possess near about same amount of energy. Again, one more fact, their symmetry, their size or shape must be like, then and only then they can undergo hybridization. Okay, then how to define hybridization? Okay, the hybridization is defined as the mixing and recasting of atomic orbitals. Listen here, the mixing and recasting of atomic orbitals, okay, to form a same number of new orbitals which will be called as hybrid orbitals, which are similar in energy. See here, which are similar in energy, symmetry, shape and size. That means dimension. So that phenomenon of mixing and recasting is called as the hybridization. I repeat the definition. Hybridization is defined as the mixing and recasting of atomic orbitals to produce new number of hybrid orbitals which are similar in number and also they are similar in energy, symmetry, shape and size. This phenomenon is called as the hybridization. Okay, now see here, what exactly happened after hybridization? After hybridization, there is a formation of hybrid orbital, and that hybrid orbital elongated in the space, they get elongated in the space in order to exhibit minimum repulsion. It means they stay away from each other so as to have minimum repulsion, and while doing that, whatever shape and geometry they exhibit, that is called as the geometry of that particular compound or molecule. For example, methane molecule. Remember, which molecule? Methane molecule. Methane molecule has a tetrahedral geometry. We will see in detail. Methane molecule has a tetrahedral geometry. It means what? 4 hybrid orbital of this carbon atom gets elongated along the 4 regular corners of tetrahedron so as to have minimum repulsion. Okay, so that is called as the hybridization and their consequences. Okay, now without wasting a time, we directly go for the question, what is mean by sp3 hybridization? Okay, what is mean by sp3 hybridization? So before that, first we will see what are the types of hybridization. So the types of hybridization we have are sp3, okay, then sp2 and sp normally. Again, many more type of hybridizations are there, but right now we will study here sp3, sp2 and sp. So our question is there. See here, explain the structure of methane. Which molecule? Methane molecule on the basis of sp3 hybridization. Okay, now see here, one by one I will explain. See here how to write the answer. In methane, see here, in methane, hello, okay, central, how to write the answer, atom is carbon atom. Okay, you should go for the central atom, carbon atom. Now carbon has an atomic number of 6, therefore its electronic configuration is 1s2, 2s2 and 2p2. Exactly. Now we want what? Valence shell electronic configuration. Therefore we will consider only this portion. Okay, so it will be 2s2, it will be like this, am I right? After that it will be 2p2, means what? It will be like this. P subshells are divided into 2px, 2py and 2pz. Exactly. So it will be like this. Okay, so this is the electronic configuration of the carbon atom. In which state? In the ground state. Now see here, we will write same electronic configuration, valence shell electronic configuration in the excited state. Which state? Excited state. Then what will happen? See here, one of the electron from this 2s orbital will jump to the empty 2pz orbital, and we will get such a type of figure, 2s. Okay, and we will get here 1, 2, 3. What are the orbitals? 2px, 2py and 2pz. Exactly. Now see here. Now 1, 2, 3, 4. These are the 4 atomic orbitals. See here. AO stands for atomic orbitals. AO stands for what? Atomic orbitals. Now these 4 atomic orbitals undergo sp3 hybridization. Which hybridization? sp3. Why sp3? 1s atomic orbital. See here. 1, 2s atomic orbital. Okay. And 3 2p atomic orbital. Okay, so total become how many? 4. 1 plus 3, total become 4. Now these 4 atomic orbitals undergo hybridization. See here. Now whatever hybrid orbital will be formed, they will be 4. Already I told you, number of atomic orbital which are going to hybridize together will produce same number of equivalent hybrid orbital. Therefore we will write here 4 sp3. What are their names now? 4 sp3 hybrid orbitals. So it will be like this, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Each has a name, sp3, 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 sp3. For your kind information, I would like to tell you they are equivalent in size, shape, energy and everything. Is that clear? Now these are the 4 hybrid orbital formed as a result of hybridization of 4 atomic orbitals. So whenever in the examination you will have such a type of question, you have to proceed gradually and in the same way. Okay, in the same way. Now see here. Now next portion, which is very important. Now what happened to these 4 atomic orbitals? Okay, now these 4 atomic orbitals of carbon atom, okay, they get elongated along the, okay, they get elongated along the 4 corner of regular tetrahedron. Okay, they get elongated along the 4 corner of regular tetrahedron. Each has how many electron? 1 electron. You know VBT? Yes or no? In order to form a covalent bond, there should be a overlapping of 2 orbital having unpaired electron. Now each has a name, sp3. Exactly, sp3. Sorry, I am writing here sp3, sp3 and sp3. Now come to the molecule. What happens? See here. Carbon, so methane, so it is like this. So 4 hydrogen atom overlap with the atomic orbit, hybrid orbital of 1 carbon atom. Now we know very well hydrogen. What is the electronic configuration? 1s1. So in this way what happened? Such a type of 4 hydrogen atoms overlap axially. How? Overlap axially. Now this is the 1s atomic orbital of carbon, 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 carbon. This is 1s of, see here, hydrogen. Such a type of overlapping will be there, which carry again another unpaired electron, 1s1, having opposite spin and they do form a covalent bond. So this is called as the overlapping. So what is the overlapping here? sp3, yes, overlap here, sp3, yes, overlap here, sp3, yes, overlap here, sp3, s overlap. Now all these overlapping are head to head overlap, which is also called as what? Face to face overlap or axial overlap. Okay, and as a result of that there is a formation of sigma covalent bond. Which covalent bond? Sigma covalent bond, and therefore this geometry become like this. See here, see, okay, in this way they are attached to each other, okay, forming a tetrahedral structure having a bond angle of 109 degree 28 minutes. Which geometry? Tetrahedral. Okay, so how many covalent bonds are there? There are 4 carbon hydrogen sigma covalent bond. So in this way methane molecule is formed on the basis of what? sp3 hybridization. Understood? So in this way you have to explain the sp3 hybridization. Now see here, without wasting a moment, see here what I am doing. Don't go anywhere. Now see here, we will explain the structure of ammonia now. Okay, which molecule? Ammonia. What is the formula of ammonia? NH3 on the basis of sp3 hybridization. So listen here. In ammonia, what happened? Central atom is nitrogen. Central atom is what? Nitrogen. Now see here. Nitrogen 7. Valence shell electronic configuration in the ground state. Directly I am writing, right? 2s2 and 2p3. Am I right? So it will be like this. It will be like this. Now see how and why it is different than the methane. Why there is a distortion in the bond angle. Okay. Now see here. Let us write nitrogen 7. Valence shell electronic configuration in the excited state. Which state? Excited state. So what will happen? One of the electron will be jump from here to here, anywhere. Okay. So it will be like this. Okay. It will be like this. So already jumped, so it will be like this. Okay. Now see here. These are called as usual 4 atomic orbitals of the nitrogen atom. These are the 4 atomic orbitals of the nitrogen atom. Now they do take part in the hybridization having name sp3 to produce same equivalent, same energetic 4 hybrid orbitals having name 4 sp3 hybrid orbitals. Now matter is that along with 3 unpaired electron there is one pair of electron. Along with 3 unpaired electron there is a one pair of electron, and as you know very well that what you know, in order to form a covalent bond both mixing atomic orbital must contain unpaired electron. Okay, now see here, basically we will write sp3, sp3, sp3 and sp3. Now what happened? Out of these 4 atomic hybrid orbital, these hybrid orbital can take part in the overlapping with hydrogen. This can take part in the overlapping with the hydrogen. This can take part in the overlapping with the hydrogen, but this cannot. Okay, this cannot. Why? Because it carry a lone pair of electron, and as it carry a lone pair of electron, already there is a pair of electron, and that's why it become a part of lone pair of electron. And these hybrid orbitals elongated in the space in this way so as to have minimum repulsion. So it is the lone pair. What is this? Lone pair. Remaining bond pair are like this. Okay, so all have name sp3, sp3 and here sp3. No doubt it is also sp3. So here there is a pair of electron having name lone pair. So 1 1 1. As usual, according to previous answer, each of these 3 sp3 hybrid orbital of nitrogen overlap face to face with the 1s atomic orbital of the hydrogen, forming what? Forming what? forming 3 sigma covalent bond. Okay, therefore see here, sigma, sigma, sigma. What is the overlap? sp3 s overlap, sp3 of carbon, s of hydrogen overlap, and sp3s overlap. Okay, or you can show here, see here what happened. Nitrogen, lone pair of electron, so hydrogen, hydrogen and hydrogen, sigma bond, sigma bond, sigma bond. How many sigma bonds are there? 3 sigma bond. Now see here, though it has the same hybridization as that of methane, but unlike methane, there is the presence of lone pair of electron, and that's why the bond angle gets slightly distorted rather than 109 degree, and spectrophotometrically the bond angle found in the ammonia molecule is 171 degree 18 minutes. 171 degree 107 degree 18 minutes. Okay, so this is about the explanation of the structure of ammonia on the basis of sp3 hybridization. Okay, now similar to that, without wasting a moment, see here, similar to that, again one more example of sp3 hybridization is there, and the name of that molecule is water. Everybody know water, everybody love water, everybody know water is what? Universal solvent, and we must know about the chemistry of water. And now we will study how there is an explanation of structure of water on the basis of hybridization. You should know bond angle, you should know how much sigma, how much what type of covalency, what type of nature of bond, what type of geometry, each and everything you should know, at least for the sp3 hybridization. Okay, now see here, now we will study here water. Now what do you think? In water, who is central element? Of course, hydrogen is not a central element here. Central atom is an oxygen. Okay, very easy. Oxygen, directly I am writing. What is the atomic number? 8. Valence shell electronic configuration in the ground state. See here, valence shell electronic configuration in the ground state. What is that? 2s2 and 2p4. Now after my explanation, you should individually able to create the difference, to know the difference, to have the difference between them. Okay, so 2s2 2p4. Now after that, see here, again we will write valence shell electronic configuration in the excited state. Okay, in the excited state. What is that? See here, so basically we will write here 1 2, after that we will write here 1 2 3, 1 2 3 4, exactly. Now in excited state, what will happen? See here, one of the electron will be jump from here to here, so number 1, and here we will get how many lone pair of electron? You can understand easily, yes or no? So see here, these are the 4 atomic orbitals. See here, lone pair do not take part in the overlapping. Lone pair or pair of electron do not take part in the overlapping, but they can take part in the hybridization. Okay, so have the meaning. So all these 4 atomic orbitals, including 2 couple of electron and 2 unpaired electron, in sp3 hybridization, and they do form same equivalent number of how many? 4 sp3 hybrid orbitals like this. Okay, so 1, can I write like this? Yes, I can write. Now very clear, oxygen has only 2 bonds, with this and with this, so this and this will stay as a lone pair. Now see here what happened. Geometry is very important. Geometry is very important here. So what happened? See here, oxygen, these are the 2 sp3 hybrids having unpaired electrons, am I right? And these are the 2 lone pair of electrons which do take part in the hybridization. Both are having name sp3, but they cannot take part in the overlapping. Now these 2 sp3 hybrid orbital of the oxygen atom further overlap axially with the 1s atomic orbital of hydrogen atom. Okay, forming how many covalent bond? 2 OH sigma covalent bond. Okay, 2 2 OH sigma covalent bond. Same diagram we can write in this way. See here, lone pair. This is also your lone pair. In order to minimize the repulsion, they will have such a type of geometry, H, H, H. Again, here there are two lone pairs, and therefore again bond angle gets reduced or distorted, and it slightly reduces from the 107, and here it become 104 degree 35 minutes. Okay, 35 minutes. So such a type of geometry is called as V shape, or some people call it as a bent geometry. Which geometry? Bent geometry. In ammonia, I think I have forgot to tell the name, that geometry in ammonia is nothing but what? Pyramidal. Okay, pyramidal. So leave it. Now this is about the formation of water molecule. Now see here, in short, what happened? Molecule. Okay, molecule. Which molecule? Methane, ammonia and water. Exactly, methane, ammonia and water. Hybridization. What is the type of hybridization? sp3, sp3 and sp3. How many lone pair? 0, 1, 2. How many bond pair? Number of bonds, that means, okay, so it will be 4, 3 and 2. Exactly. What is the bond angle? Bond angle, yes, 109 degree 28 minutes, 107 degree 18 minutes and 104 degree 35 minutes. Okay, now what is the geometry? Most important, geometry. Geometry, it is tetrahedral. Tetrahedral. What is the ammonia? Pyramidal, trigonal, pyramidal. And what about water? It has bent or V-shaped geometry. Okay, so dear aspirants, so this is for today. In next video, we will continue next type of hybridization, that is sp2 and sp3. Okay, so kindly watch this, like this and subscribe this. Okay, thank you.